Hi, and welcome back to Book, Stage and Screen. I'm Samantha. Gordon.
I'm Gordon.
The lineup hasn't changed. We haven't brought new people in, but we have brought the very talented Jackie and James from Henry Haus, the wonderful new web series coming up. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Beautiful.
There was that nice awkward pause there where they're wondering, are you going to speak first or am I going to speak
I
first?
speak first, or
Ladies first. Well, Jackie, you tell us all about Henry Haus, how you two are the creators.
yes,
Correct?
that's right.
Yes.
we are.
Wonderful.
So we've worked together before on sort of short films and that sort of thing, and this was just our latest project. So it's a little comedy web series.
Yes.
It's about 4 housemates who all live together,
Uh-huh.
and basically all the stuff that happens to them, and they've got like an arch villain who tries to ruin their lives, and all this sort of infighting and, you know, awkward guests and bad housemates, and yeah, all the things that can happen when you're house sharing, basically times 20.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Taking it to a heightened version.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
what is your roles in this web series? What do you two do?
Well, Jackie was the director and she started writing it. And then I came on board kind of more like an editor and then did the cinematography, helped her film it. And we both like co-created it, produced it.
Yeah. And then I acted in it as well, because why not? Throw that in there. Yeah.
Jackie like made this with a lot of her acting friends because
Yep.
she's got an acting background. And I think she kind of just knew what they were capable of. And
Yeah. Basically wrote a lot of the characters specifically for specific people.
Yes.
Which means they all do amazingly in it because it's just right down their alley. Didn't even have to try, really.
Yeah.
Although I always say, oh, the characters are just like the people, but I shouldn't say that because
One's the
Elise
arch
is
villain.
like-
She's not going to be
one of the
thrilled
girls
with that,
is like,
is she?
she plays this not very nice person, but she's actually the loveliest person on the planet, but she just does it so well. I don't know, it's so reverse of who she is, so I should really stop saying that. Like, no, they're nothing like their characters.
So there'll be legal
So
action at the end
Yeah.
of this show.
Bernice, the villain, pure evil.
Yes.
Probably not going to work.
She's texting you right now.
No, she's sending me messages like, don't you dare. She's
a very good
lovely.
actress. She can really take
She
on that
is.
role.
She is, and she's fabulous, which
Yeah.
Bernice is also fabulous. So that's the part of her personality that I stole.
So have you shared a house with any of these gals? And guys, I should say. There's a guy in there.
Yes,
Yes.
there's Yops. I
Yops.
did actually live with Yops in university for 2 years.
Okay.
So we were both in the same course. And the girl who plays Sam, who's the other main character, I didn't live with her, but I took her room. So I
You
live
know
in
all
her
her
bedroom now.
secrets,
But I haven't actually lived with her. No, just Yops.
So when you thought of this, you thought the old write what you know, clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
We thought it's like a first sort of project. We were like, we wanted to do it, set it so that it was easy to film, so it could be all in one location. And I knew that I wanted to write for my friends because I basically got the idea. We'd just been to a workshop and we're all having coffee afterwards and we're all complaining about how we, there's nothing to audition for, it's very competitive and nothing to do, and how we'd love to do a role that was like perfect for us. And I kind of went, I'll just write something, and everyone kind of went, yeah, sure, Jackie. And then like a year later I actually did. So
That's great.
yeah. And because, I just knew it would be easier. Characters are so much more interesting when it's real people, I think. Yeah.
And how long did it take you to shoot?
probably
I'm
Really
guessing this
broken
number's
up.
going to be
really
very
broken up
high.
because we were really accommodating because when you're working with friends, everyone's got family, different
Jobs.
places,
Yeah.
traveling.
And they're all doing it for free.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay,
Okay.
we'll just do it around
That's
you.
it.
So before Christmas,
Yeah.
we did about 3 weeks maybe?
Yeah.
4 weeks?
Okay.
Of sort of like Thursday, Friday nights and some Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
And then we had a break over Christmas and we were like, okay, we need to get it finished.
Yes.
So we did 2 weekends when we got back, which is when we
Okay.
actually did most of it.
Yeah.
So it was actually very quick for what you'd expect for filming that much. It was pretty incredible how much we got done.
Yeah.
So you've got how many episodes?
All up, there is 7 episodes, but the
7.
last one is in 2 parts.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, cliffhanger.
yeah.
It's like an extended episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
little
how
bit
long
longer.
is each episode?
Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The average is about 7 minutes, I think.
Yeah, about 7
That's
minutes, and there's one that's a little bit shorter, so I think that's about 6 minutes.
Okay.
And yeah, we kind of wanted it to be short
Yeah.
something you can watch on like your lunch break
Yeah,
and share with friends.
Comedy's
On a
good,
break
short
from
and sweet.
studying.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
only take 10 minutes out, and something that's easy to watch. You can watch on the train, easy to share, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
quick enjoyment sort of thing, not too drawn out. So
Yeah.
But it's practically a feature film you guys have filmed in terms of length. You're
If you think
very
of it.
close to it.
Very close. Yeah, sure.
Oh my God!
Oh my
yes.
god, what did we just do? Yeah, in terms of length, it would, a short pic, I guess.
It'd probably be about like almost an hour.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably, the longest thing that we've done so far.
Yeah.
So what is your background? Did you study?
Yeah, I studied film and digital media
Yeah.
at Deakin University, and then pretty much like a year out, Jackie had finished as well, and she had done, acting. So I was like, oh, let's meet up. And we went for coffee, and that's when we like sat down. We have this like writing ritual where we can't like write anything unless we're out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, so we go to
okay.
cafes, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we just wrote our short film.
Pumped out a short film in the first meeting.
The first
which was really
meeting
great.
in like
Fantastic.
50 minutes. We try and keep it to 50 minutes. 'Cause
Yeah.
Any longer than that.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
run
Yeah,
out.
brain
You get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
Feel a
Run
bit
out of money
nerdy.
at the cafe. The cafe cuts off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Cafe's
So you-
like, you're gonna have to buy another coffee.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're out. Yeah.
So you like to get out of the house to write, and so then you write about living in a house. Is that
Yes.
the...
That's exactly what we do. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's quite funny because Jackie wrote most of it, and then she'd just come to me with the script, and I'd be like, "Oh, nah, needs to be meaner, needs to do this." So
Needs to
pretty
be.
much, yeah, it was.
And we met in a park once. I
yeah, we
remember.
went to a park.
We went to a park because we were just like, oh no, it doesn't work. We've tried to have meetings in each other's houses, and we didn't get anything done.
It's not productive.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how it works. That's good.
How can I feel like? How can I get into the zone of someone living in a house?
Mm.
Yeah.
You're gonna not go anywhere.
Go
near
to a
house.
park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the park.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So, what do you hope to? This happens with Henry Haus. Do you want a second series? Is this sort of a calling card for you all to do something else, or
That would be great.
yeah?
It depends how, we would love it to, take off and everyone to watch it. It'd be fantastic. And then we'd absolutely do a second season. That would be amazing. Two of our actors are going to be in Canada. But, yeah, we're not sure what we would do. I would love to do a second season, but we're sort of just waiting to see, if
What
people like it or
happens,
not,
yeah.
how it goes. Yeah, that's the thing.
But housemates come and go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
kind of
I've
what we were
already
thinking.
figured out how I'm going to rewrite them out if we did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
hear
they can all-
that, actors? Better come home, otherwise you won't find your role.
Oh, they'll be getting a phone call that's like, so do you want to come back to us?
Yes. You got a week.
Yeah.
And you can Skype them in, or they could have
Yeah.
a car accident, so they've got bandages on their faces and stuff. There's options.
I had this idea we could just put in another actor and just have everyone be like, oh, you look really different, and just
Yeah.
and then just accept the fact that
Yeah,
it's
like Bold and the
completely
Beautiful. You just
Yeah.
go, the part of will now
Yeah,
be played
played
by.
by-
The
But
actor
someone
just
just
looks and goes, what?
different. So I'm just completely different, like the opposite of what that person looks like
Yeah.
not even remotely similar. And then just literally like a boy instead of a girl, just completely different person. And everyone's just kind of just goes, oh, nice haircut, and just keeps going. No one notices.
You can break the internet with everyone discussing what's happened.
Yeah.
What's happened with these
Anything like
characters.
her. Yeah.
And without giving away any spoilers, what does happen in the web series? Who dies?
Who hooks up in the house?
Well,
Is there any hookups?
nobody dies.
Oh.
But there are a couple of sadder things that happen. So it's a
Yeah.
comedy, but there's a couple of little sneaky, sort of touchy scenes that
Yeah.
we put in there that are a bit sort
Okay.
of. So some stuff does go down because, of course, you've got Bernice.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't like Sam at all.
Who's hell-bent on destroying all
She
their
doesn't like
lives.
Sam. I don't like her, to
Well,
be honest.
when you
Yeah.
say Bernice, we should have had the sound effect.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun!
Literally, she needs theme music.
Yeah.
But she is almost. Well, without giving anything away, it's like she does some terrible things, and then it's sort of whether they're going to get out of it or not. And
Oh.
yeah, and there's like a feud starts, and yeah,
Okay.
without giving too much away. But there's
Yes.
a lot of sort of like a couple of rifts start between some of the characters in the house. Some of the
Standard.
friends.
Standard in a
Yeah,
house.
and it brings
I
up
guess-
sort of, you learn some of their history sort of comes in as to how they ended up friends, why they're fighting now, and that sort of thing. And it's like, is the house going to stay together?
Potential hookups, though. Are there any? Does that happen? Because that happens in share houses.
There is there's the broken relationship, and then because we've got a Lisa's character is she was not originally of the good group. She actually came from the other side, and you sort of find that out throughout it. There's her ex-boyfriend sort of pops up with his new fling and that sort of thing, and it's very
thrown in her face.
A bit.
And Bernice is just smiling.
Yeah.
Loving it. Loving it.
That's sort of the closest we get. That's weird. I didn't put much.
No.
Didn't put many hookups in it.
Well, the next series is just going to be
Season 2.
one sizzle reel.
The hookup season.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it the season of love. And it'll just be,
Similar to Big Brother Adults
Yeah.
Edition.
Yes,
Which,
something like that. Now, so if somebody was to think of doing a web series, what sort of hints would you give them? Seeing you're at the other end of it now.
just find other people who really love it, and preferably people who are better than you.
People who challenge you.
Yeah.
Get them all in on it. Try to write a script that's doable for your first script especially. I wouldn't recommend putting heaps of money into it or anything like that for your first one. I would say write a great script, find really good people, good performers, good crew. Do it, make it so if you're writing it, write it for a location that's easy to do, so it's easy to do, and then just focus on making it really good at what it is, and then just go for it. And if it's bad, then just don't show anyone. Why not?
if it's bad, don't show anyone.
Fine.
Well, it's all a learning experience.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So just
you can always reshoot if something doesn't work. Blame it on the sound guy.
Blame it on the
idiot didn't have it turned on. We all have
always
to come
the
back.
sound guy's
Yeah,
fault. Actually, if you find a good sound person,
Tell us, because we're waiting for the sound person.
sound people they're
worth their weight in
amazing.
gold.
They're if you
Definitely.
they're the best person you can have on your team.
Actually, have you seen there's a web series called Waiting for Sound, which is about the sound
we
guy.
heard about that.
Very,
we were
very
discussing
funny.
that when we were
And he's not exactly the hero in it. He's the absolute loser.
Our sound guy Rob was talking to us about it.
There's so many jokes on set, it'll be, you say that now, but it's going to be my fault, and it will be your fault. You're the sound guy, it's always your fault.
Yeah, that's another web
He
series.
must have heard
that's
us.
funny. How does he do it?
And then
Magic.
where to next for you two? Obviously not hooking up, but where to next? Professionally, what are we
Like we're a
talking?
dating site.
Well, we're always working on stuff. So we've got another series and another
Short film or feature? Or
no, one television, one feature that we've sort of got on the works.
Yeah.
We're also long-term writing a novel as well, which we one day want to
Okay,
adapt.
probably easier to say what aren't you working on.
What are we not?
But there'll be a shorter list.
Just those things plus another short film that we're doing very soon.
Are you writing a novel together?
We were,
You
co-writing
don't know anything about it?
Nah.
But we went to the park.
Nah.
I hope he knows it's his idea.
We're writing it together, and it's just kind of good to have someone to throw ideas off and get a different, perspective, so that your work has more dimension.
And we've kind of got it split. We kind of split the character lines at the moment, basically, in whether we're writing it. So the characters that I wanted to write, I'm writing, and the ones that James, James's babies are the ones that he's writing, and then we're sort of bringing it together and going, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. So it's trying to figure out the plot is really hard.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
Is it a comedy?
No, it's a post-apocalyptic, political,
religious,
survivalist kind of thing. Yeah, it's really
So you've gone
something that everyone's everyone's kind of doing.
easy.
Again, drawing on your personal
Yeah.
experience
Yeah,
in that
pretty much.
post-apocalyptic nightmare.
Yeah.
Yep,
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. And it sounds like you've got a great working relationship, which is always good. That's part of half the fun of being creative is finding other creatives you want to work with. And also,
That's why we got married.
then we ruin that. That's joking. But that's great. So tell us when Henry Haus is online. I mean, you can see
But
trailers.
spell
and-
house because it's
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Okay, so it's Henry, Henry,
Yeah.
and Haus, spelled Haus. Like the German word for house.
House. We should be saying that like that.
But you just say house. It's
Yeah.
fine. That's
But
how
is
it's
there a
spelled.
reason for it being spelt German?
to be
or-
annoying. Yeah,
Yes.
they succeeded.
I knew you were going to ask me this. Every time someone asks me, I'm like, oh. So the house that we filmed it in,
Yeah.
when my friend was living there, all my friends name their houses. It's like this thing that we picked
okay.
up.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And when she was living there, she always called it Henry House, and it was
Ah.
German house. She's not German, so I don't know why.
Yeah.
But every time she'd invite me over, it's like, come to Henry House or do Henry House.
Yeah.
And then when I was writing it, I kept referring to it as Henry House, and then we just got to a point where we were like,
And we didn't have a name for the
Yeah.
series, so then we decided, that was the best thing we'd heard.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it makes sense.
Henry House. And you never know, you might become a huge hit in Germany just because of it.
there you go.
Yeah.
They'll be like this, have you seen Henry Haus? Yes, yes.
It is
Yeah.
not funny. It is a documentary of
German
Australians.
is- yes. Germans are renowned for their sense of
There
humour.
is something wrong with Australians.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming in and talking to us. It's great to see another web series up soon and running. You can subscribe to your channel, correct?
That's right. So you can subscribe on the YouTube channel. You can go through the Facebook page, has the link on it as
Yeah.
well. But
So-
also if you type like Henry House comedy web series, it comes up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can find us as well on Facebook. We also have a Twitter and an Instagram. So
Yeah.
So nothing.
Yeah.
we're really not
Keep
trying at all.
Yeah,
Yeah. About it.
Try and hide it, will you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Well,
Beautiful.
Quite-
Well, I'm sure we'll see you or hear news of you at festivals and Melbourne
Brazil.
Web
Yeah.
Fest next year and Brazil, and there's so many now,
Yeah.
isn't there? Brookland.
There's lots.
Korean.
We're making a list.
Yeah.
There's a
There's
lot.
heaps.
yeah.
It's very much a growing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've discussed it quite a lot, and we've
Yeah.
shot our own one, but we've got who's the big, one that we all
Broad City.
Broad City catering show. I mean, they've millions and have
Yeah.
turned, I think, catering show. I'm not sure if they're doing that as a TV series, but they've certainly got their own deal to do more.
Yeah.
So it's certainly a good launching pad, and I'm sure we'll see you back with your own
Yeah.
book, TV, short feature,
We'll come
Instagram,
back.
Twitter, Facebook.
Doing season
Following.
3, second
Yeah.
level,
Oh, yeah.
just casually talking to you guys about
And
it.
they'll just push us out of the way and go, they're ready for you. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, so-
I remember when you came in here. So lovely to meet you.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much for
having us.
coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming from
Yeah.
Frankston.
Yes.
That's probably the furthest anybody's come to be on our show.
Oh, not a problem.
But it was shot in the West.
It was.
Seddon.
It was
In Seddon.
shot in Seddon.
Seddon.
Yes.
Beautiful. So that's Henry Haus. Look it up, follow it, and
Yeah.
we'll see
August
you again.
8th.
August 8th.
Thank you.
Countdown is on.
Yeah.